Well, first of all, thank you for the deal. What's the story with this car?
The car's a 74 911 Targa, 76 930 Euro engine, 915 transaxle, 930 wide body. What I know is the car was built for some guy that lived in Alaska, supposedly spent 100 grand building it. The engine didn't last 300 or 500 miles.
Wow.
Took it back to that guy. He rebuilt it again. Never ran right. So he stuck it in the garage for the next 10 plus years. His cousin, he gave it to his cousin if he paid for the transport from Alaska to Reno.
Gosh.
So he paid for that. He brought it to us at our old shop, and we took the motor apart, and they had set the valve spring height wrong, and it melted the cams.
Oh my gosh.
And so basically the rest of the motor was still 90% new. So it was just bearings and basics. But it has, Euro, moly, pistons and cylinders, all that kind of stuff. So we fixed that, but has SC cams. That's kind of why it rips.
And at one point the car had its motor rebuilt?
Yes.
When was that? 2017, you said?
17, 18.
Around 17, 18. Yeah. And you guys did it at the shop?
Yeah, we did it at Rennsport, but it was kind of back door.
Was it top end or full?
Oh yeah, it split the case house.
Okay.
So that's why you see almost no leaks.
I see.
It's actually been resealed.
Wow.
And we did the trans at the same time, but it was the same thing. It was basically new inside.
And Rennsport did most of the work there?
Yeah.
Nice. I've never seen anything like this. It's crazy. I don't know what it's worth, but I hope I did okay.
Yeah.
But I thank you for the deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for your time today.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. This here is the craziest 1974 Porsche 911 Targa that you will see ever. I've never seen someone put so much money, time, effort into a car as much as they have for this 74 Targa. In all aspects of this car that you look at, it looks phenomenal. Whether you're looking at the bodywork, the fiberglass T-top, the way they blended in the fenders, the way they did the steel flares, everything looks amazing. And then when you look at the front trunk, it all looks nice. They painted it completely. If you look underneath the car, everything looks spotless. It looks beautiful. It looks like it should. If you look in the back, of course, you see the best part, the 1976 Euro spec 930 3-liter engine turbo. It's crazy. Someone did all that work. And then recently, this car has had a full overhaul, and it's not, doesn't have any typical issues. It doesn't need to be sorted out. This is a car that is sorted out, ready to go, runs great. It's amazing value for the price. You're getting a lot of car for what you're getting here. And every detail of this car will be shown in this video, so make sure to watch it completely. We're going to show you the cosmetic condition, the minor flaws, whatever the car might have, we're going to show you here in this video. So just watch it, put it on a TV, put it on your computer, check it all out, and feel free to call me if you have any questions. The current total miles on the car right now is 3,300. That is all the miles that were put on since this car was restored. So when it was restored, they clocked that odometer back to 0. So whatever the odometer says now is accurate since the restoration and since that motor was rebuilt. Not very many miles were put on it. Now, this thing is so much fun to drive. You have to come experience it. It has less turbo lag than I would say the typical 930. I would say 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs, the turbo starts to kick in, where on a 930, like the 930 we have in the showroom, our 86, it kicks in at about 4,000 RPMs. It's hard to explain, but this thing rips, guys. It's so fun to drive. I don't know how to explain it in a video, but the best way to put it, if you're serious, come by and take it for a spin. It won't disappoint. right, guys, let's go through this interior. So much like the exterior, the interior is in excellent condition. Dash is like new. Even your key is like new. Your cluster is good. Odometer reads 3,000 and some change. Everything here looks really presentable. No funky wiring on the bottom. Carpets look practically new. They probably are. It has electric seats. They look to be out of a 993. They look great. No tears. No wear. Door jambs look excellent. The back, much like the front, is all practically been completely done. Everywhere you look at looks really nice. The seats are like new. The interior is very fresh. All these seals look really good. These look excellent. Back area is like new. All right, now on the front trunk, everything looks really nice and clean. They took out the fuel cap. You fill fuel through here now, straight to the tank. You notice all the seals are in excellent condition. The support bar. Shocks hold up the front trunk. The way they sealed this is just amazing. It's not cracked or anything. Complete paint job. Everything was a part for that paint job. Now let's take all this out and show you guys underneath it. It looks beautiful. There you guys go. You can see the quality of this restoration. It wasn't just, you know, taking a few things off. No, this thing was completely stripped apart, completely painted from top to bottom. It looks beautiful, guys. You rarely see people go this far on a 74 911. But just look at the quality. No previous accidents. The nose is really clean. No rust or anything in these battery tray areas. It looks really good under there. Of course, we'll be showing you underneath that. You got VIN numbers there and on the body, on the frame. So you got your VIN number right there and also right over there. That match, clean title. It's amazing. All right, guys, let's fire it up. So everything on this car, to my knowledge, operates well. The car runs and drives great. You could drive it back wherever you live. All our gauges, to my knowledge, are operating. The radio operates. The motor runs excellent. It doesn't smoke. It doesn't leak anything that I know of. You could park it somewhere, won't leave a bunch of drips or anything. The owner of this car owned a very well-known mechanic shop in Reno. So they did a full engine rebuild. They cracked the case. It's all in the video. They'll tell you everything that he did to the car. They cracked the case completely, did it all the right way, and that's why it doesn't leak or any of that. But this is a true 930 engine turbo. And you can see it's still really nice. You don't have to worry about smog. You don't have to worry about anything with this car. Guys, let's end this video on the best note, the undercarriage. And now we're at the engine. And by the way, I didn't even notice, this is the name of the shop here. The shop, Rennsport. It's very well known in the Porsche world, and you guys, I'm sure, have heard of it. They are the ones who did the rebuild and everything else. And at the time, he was the part owner of it, and now he has moved on and owns a Beamer shop and sold his stake in that shop. But they did a full rebuild to this car about 4 years ago. And that is what's going on here. As you can tell, clearly this car is beautiful inside and out, top and bottom. They also rebuilt the 915 tranny. It's a fresh transmission, and boy, does it shift. It must be the best shifting 915 transmission I've ever driven. It shifts very, very nice. And again, the work speaks for itself. You're looking at a beautiful undercarriage. All the shocks, suspension, everything's so clean because everything was gone through. No notable leaking, nothing of that sort. It was done professionally. Now the wheel wells, like I said, are all excellent. All right, let's go through the floors. So you'll notice all the suspension, the brakes, everything looks like new, much like the rest of the car. Everything here was addressed, gone through. This had a full restoration, top to bottom. So when they built this car, they did it completely. There's a lot of support bars, upgrades to the brakes, and things they did to mate with the motor and the stability of the car, but no such thing as rust on this car at all. Everything you look at from top to bottom presents itself well. The wheel wells, you'll see the flares are excellent. There's no marks. You don't even know where they began the cut. They did an amazing job. All the gaps, the doors, the trunk, the deck lid look excellent. The work speaks for itself. Since we don't have a lot of documentation of what happened, we only have what the owner told us. You see and you get what you see, but you see quality, and the car will speak for itself. So you guys are more than welcome to come inspect it and check it out further.